Howdy, folks. Welcome to Satisfactory. It's another one of those games where uh, I played it when it first came out, and there's a little bit to it. It seemed entertaining, and now that it's 8 updates later, apparently, update 8 is apparently early access, or I mean, the whole game is early access, but I guess um, update 8 is, I don't know if it's like an unstable or a testing or whatever. But anyway, it seems like it is now available. So I thought it's about time and I come back to it. Seeing as I had an open slot for a game this week. And yeah, I'd like to test it out, see what's new. It might take a while for me to get to anything new. Um, I I don't remember how far I got to begin with, but I think the last time I played, and I didn't get very far at that time. I think the last time I played, they were introducing oil. I think so. I'm sure that there is a bunch of new things. Um, my approach to these kind of games are somewhat manual in addition to automatic. So a lot of the big things or things that I can't do myself, of course, will be automated. But some of the things I might just do myself, just in addition to the automation, just to help speed things along. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, see what's changed. And yeah, I guess I will just get right into this. So we've got that. We'll just hop right in. There we go. So it's a brand new game. Starting off in our capsule, as usually seems like.
Attention Pioneer. The following instructional video is a summary of your impending duties as an exoplanetary pioneer for Fixit Incorporated.
All right.
Fixit pioneers have three cyclical assigned pillars of work to ultimately accomplish project assembly. Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings. Chart the planet and gather resources to provide desired results and improve your infrastructure. Make sure to report any unusual discoveries to R&D for analysis.
Seems familiar.
Expand your factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation.
Yeah.
That's it. Get to work and be effective.
Of course, that's
Warning,
just
planetfall imminent. Please remain seated during full procedure.
will do.
Atmospheric entry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planetfall procedure initialized.
All right. So it sounds, I mean, I assume the basics are pretty familiar. Um, I did fiddle around with the keyboard a little bit, make sure that all the buttons are something I can use, but we will see. Um, I may have to reset some of them in order to make them work, as usual. And a lot of the shortcuts that may be provided, I may or may not use them. I don't know. It depends
Planetfall
on
complete.
how
Please ensure the
memorable.
integrity of your multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%. Remember, efficiency first. Godspeed.
Oh, not quite holding it properly, but whatever. All right. Kind of wish that there were
Welcome to Planet Massage 2 ABB, your designated sector in the binary star system of Akicha.
subtitles, just like this.
I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant, tasked to support pioneers, such as you, in their mission. You are the third of your sector to survive planetfall. Congratulations.
Third.
Note: objective-based introduction initialized. Welcome to onboarding.
All right. So here we
First
are.
objective: please dismantle the drop pod. The resulting materials will be repurposed to construct a habitat and utility base, from now on referred to as the hub. Note: Fixit Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste.
All right. So dismantle mode. There we go.
All important Fixit data and communication is recorded and stored in the codex, including these steps.
Okay, so what I did, like, first of all, this looks more lush than I remember it being. So there's a lot more plants. I definitely remember these arching rock structures. Looks like there's a path right here. And if I remember correctly, I obviously things have changed, but I think when I last played, I went this way somewhere. I think it was west from where I landed, because that's where there were some materials. Oh, but Ode open the codex. Okay. Am I supposed to do anything in here? Parts, equipment, buildings. Okay. I'll probably check in on this at some point.
Second objective: please ensure you have your Fixit Incorporated Xeno Zapper equipped before leaving the drop zone.
Okay.
Note: according to Fixit regulations, every pioneer should have access to a means of defense against extraterrestrial threats.
All right. So inventory. And I believe I can just do that. No, don't. Why has everybody got it?
Third objective: please familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find iron. Note: the acquisition of iron is considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
All right, so just to start off with, it sounds like we need iron. Seems like that's the only thing I can scan for. So I guess iron. Yep. Okay, there's some over there. There's some over there. And I think this way is where I've gone before. Oh, there's a creature over there. Now, something I need to say. I have set the creatures to passive as long as I leave them alone. So, I don't want to be wandering around and then just. I'm here to have fun. I'm not here for the combat part. But if I need some of the alien materials from them, then I will Um, I have set it so that they will turn aggressive once attacked, but until something is aggressive toward them, everything will be fine. So again, just to make sure I'm heading in the right direction. All right, those are behind me. Not sure what, like, this seems a bit odd. Like, just a somewhat flat area that seems to have been scooped out somehow. And I think I can sprint. I don't think there's a stamina gauge, though, so, sprinting might be infinite. Hold E to gather resource. So, okay. So I can pick up grass, whatnot. There's a big guy up there. But if I remember, they're pretty much neutral, no matter what. So I'll continue this way. Now oh, once they start talking again, I'll see if. Oh, am I here? Almost walked past it. I'll see if the sound needs to be modified a little bit because it seems like the background uh, music is a little quiet, but like the sound effects and whatnot are still just fine. So I may want to, you know what? I'll just do that right now. I'll check the audio, master volume, music volume is at half. Let me just up that a bit. There we go. Because it was a little quiet on my end, and and part of the thing is just having some background music to listen to while doing all of this stuff is just fine. All right, so this works in groups of two, so I can hit twice and then I have to wait a moment. But I believe like this is an ore vein, so this one is iron. Oh, and do I just keep going?
Fourth objective, build the hub. Note, to complete this objective, the resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed.
Okay.
Caution, ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the presence of iron sources. Failure to do so will likely result in non-optimal progress.
Okay. To improve efficiency. Now, I assume they mean. Oh, hello. There's just a creature right there. I assume they mean to improve efficiency. It's just a matter of since the hub is going to be the center or the hub of everything, you want it close by to where you're doing stuff, at least to begin with. Hopefully, I can move it later, but I don't know if this is you place it down and then that's that. Can be found in the build menu by pressing 4. Further instructions on how to use the build menu are listed below the menu. Alright, so this is kind of an open area that I want to make use of. May have to get rid of the creature here. But but it seems like there's a couple of iron veins there. What is this over here? Probably also iron, yeah, since it seemed to ping 3. I saw something over here. What is this over here? That looks different than iron. Oh, and there's something there too. Alright, something just floating overhead. Hello. This is out on a ledge for some reason. I assume this will lead me up and around. I hope. Seems to be anyway. Just want to see what's up here. Alright, this is limestone. Okay. Something glowing up there. And that, and maybe one above it. Looks like it's something else as well. By the greenish tinge to it, I'm going to assume that it's going to be copper. Oh, there's a bit of wreckage down there. So, like I said earlier, I have played this a little bit before, and I think this is one of the places that I started because I kind of remember the iron, and I kind of remember this being copper. I don't remember the limestone up there, but I do remember, like, the map ending pretty much where that pillar is. So now it seems like there is much more to explore than there used to be. I also think that there was a cave over here somewhere. Probably up the ramp or something. This looks like it's copper. Yeah, okay. And then I remember there's just this hill right here. I suppose I could sprint. I'm gonna forget too a lot though. And somewhere over here I saw something glowing. So let me get over to the edge. And is this it? A blue power sled. Okay, I'm gonna leave that there for now, because I know that's something to be used in the future. I don't want to get too far ahead of the tutorial, because sometimes when you get ahead of the tutorial just stops, and I don't want to miss out on whatever it has to tell me. So, I think, do I want to build the hub up here? Leave the flat ground for all the production. Oh, hello. Animal. This doesn't look like it's very flat up here, though. So I might not be able to do much. So let's build this. The hub. Alright. Up and down rotates. Alright, the electricity is currently on the left of my screen. And I think something like right around here would be fine. Now, I can lock hologram. H. Well, that's nice. I don't remember being able to do that. And that will allow me to kind of have a look around, see if it fits. And it seems pretty good. I can get around the corners. But if I need to send anything out or in, I'd have to go by this. So maybe I should move it a little bit more to the left. Maybe I should put it like here. Something like that. That way I can send things through here if I need to go in or out this way, because this is a small area. I'm going to make the most use that I can out of it, but I have a feeling that it's going to not be enough, I guess. Alright. I think that looks good. So I'm just going to go ahead and build it. Alright,
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Manual Craft Bench. Hub Feature Hub Terminal. Fifth objective, complete Hub Upgrade 1. Note, the Craft Bench and Hub Terminal are essential for progression to the next objective.
Oh. Before I start building this, I suppose I should clear out the foliage nearby. Because it's either not going to be cleared out, or it will be cleared out and I won't get anything from it. So, there we go. And I have no idea if this stuff grows back. Alright. Oh, each one of these purple things. Oh, they're flower petals. Okay, I get it. I thought it was something else. There we go. Alright, so that's the craft bench. That is the hub terminal. Hub upgrades and their costs can be found and activated in the hub terminal. Parts like iron rods can be crafted at the craft bench. Okay. So I can make iron ingots. Craft. There we go. I have to hold it down. And I'm just going to craft this all up. Don't know if I need it, but there we go. And that allows me to make plates and rods, it seems. So iron ingots, 1 to make 1 rod, 3 to make 2 plates. Okay. And another thing that's going to happen, ratios and tweaking things to make them just right, it's probably not going to happen. I'm going to have things run. If it's inefficient, oh well. I'll probably do a little bit to make things efficient, but you know, I don't plan on it. I guess. All right, what do we need to do here? Select milestone. Well, I guess hub upgrade 1. And then one of these inventory slots plus 3 inventory, portable miner, and a workshop. Well, I think The workshop is probably... Oh, no, it's all the above. Okay. So I get these three for finishing this. Got it. And then I need 10 iron rods for that. So, oh, those go fast. There we go. And then I just transfer them over like that. Upgrade the hub. Okay, it upgrades around me. I got
Congratulations. You
storage.
have unlocked Building Workshop, Equipment Portable Miner, Inventory Additional Slots, Hub Feature Personal Storage. Sixth objective, complete hub upgrade 2. Note, portable miners require no power and will mine a node until their inventory is full. Note, multiple portable miners can be used on a single node.
Oh, nice. Okay. Workshop is used to craft equipment. Yep. Oh, wait. Sorry. This is new stuff. Alright. Used to craft equipment, like the portable miner. Um, Workshop. No. Craft bench. Portable miner can be placed on a nearby resource node by pressing button while it's equipped. Open the build menu. Buildings can be dismantled without any loss of resources. Okay, so I don't lose any resources if I build something and decide to move it later. The hub. Oh, that's special. Production. Ah, there we are. Equipment workshop used to manually craft equipment. I don't have any of that, so what was it again? Can I add to-do list? Nice. Okay. So I need I need iron. All right, I need 4 of these and 6 of these. Not enough. All right. Oh, there's another big pile of stone over or iron over here. I'll just take care of this. $28 more iron. Got it. Oh, and we've got day and night cycles, which may have been there before. I certainly don't remember the sky being as colorful. But, you know, hey, improvements, I like them. Tripping hazard. Okay. Let's make some more iron. Actually, that's enough. We just need to do that. Now, I can make a workshop. Which, I don't know if it's better this way or that way. This seems kind of nice, just setting it like this, perhaps, for now. That way I've got a door right here leading over here if I need to. Oh, but I've built it on the plants again. Oh well. And I guess it's entirely the workshop, no matter where I click. Okay. Well, I was just having to look around, seeing what it looks like. It looks different than what I remember. It looks better. Okay, so for one of these, um, we'd add to the to-do list. It looks like we need more rods and plates. I think this is going to be a lot of what I'm doing to begin with. Making rods and plates. So I should probably get to automating them as soon as I can. But for that, I'll need more stuff. Okay, so there's 4. Then I could do 8. And that will give me 2 mining machines. And now I can just bring them over here. Start making... Well, you know what? I think I'm going to... Do I need to hold them? I suppose I do. So that'll go there. Just kind of spider bot. Which then turns into a drill, if I remember. Yeah. And then that just constantly gets that 80 per minute. I think it holds up to 100. Meantime, I've got another one right here, which I think I'm going to place over on the copper. Because 100 iron per minute should be plenty for me to start with before having in the time it will take me to... Oh. I guess I need to do this first. Can't mine it until that's done? No, I just hit the wrong button. That's all. Alright. So that'll do that there. And you know, while I'm here, I as well hack this one out. Alright. Grab all. There we go. Got a big guy just walking by. That's fine. Now, what do I need for this? Oh, hub upgrade 2. Which will provide a smelter. Okay, so that'll start making orange ingots. Good. Power lines. I remember power lines being a big thing here. Copper ingots. Is this just the ability to make them? I guess. Cable. And the ability to scan for copper. Okay. Well, luckily I do already know where copper is. So we need 20 rods, 10 plates. So we'll start with this. Alright, that's all we could make of that. Alright, one more of these. And 10 of these, I guess. Should be all. Now, is there a quick way? double clicking, I guess. Oh, I need 10 more rods. So I'll just cook up 10 of these. And we'll do another 10 here. I hear sounds going off in the background. And like glowing things on the trees. I don't remember that being there. But maybe that's just like decorative. I don't know. Okay, shift clicking will send everything over, it seems. So we can upgrade. Oh. Okay, new buildings, new parts, new scannable.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Biomass Burner, Scanner Feature Copper, New Buildings and Recipes, which can be found in the Build menu and Craft bench respectively.
Okay.
7th objective, complete Hub Upgrade 3. Note, connect buildings to a biomass burner for power. Note, buildings such as the smelter require a recipe to be set. Advice, automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
Sure. Alright, so to configure this, it's on standby. Got a small little thing down there that I can't quite read all that well, but oh well. I think that's just like the tag that you usually see on things, giving information that would normally be useful. But I've got no connection, so I don't need to use it until I have something that I need to power. Okay. Also, it's still a little quiet for me, so I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit more. And if it, again, if it's too loud, just let me know. I'll adjust it as I go. All right, so just gonna store that for the moment. What do we have? We have iron, iron, copper. Okay. Now for our next upgrade, it seems. Right, here's 0. I'm guessing 1, 2, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Alright. I guess it's to complete those different things, but tier 0, I assume, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that would make sense with the whole update 8. Alright, so the next upgrade will give us constructor crafts parts into other parts. I assume ingots are considered parts. Power pole, so can hook things up with electricity. Concrete. Okay. Screws, reinforced plates, and scan for limestone. Okay. Again, luckily, I do already know where limestone is. So, go ahead and select that. And then what can we build? So we can build smelter for rods and copper wires. Can't afford recipe, probably because we need the ingots first. Alright, and I don't know why I haven't been pinning it like I've done all the others. So now I just need 5 iron rods. Alright. So now we have a smelter. For the time being, I guess I'm gonna put it near this thing. So let's pick up all the grassy stuff. Get it out of the way. There we go. Alright, so smelter. Input, output. Well, we don't have either at the moment. So I'm just going to build that there. Power lines. Costs. Wire. Which I suppose, or cable, which is made with copper wire. Okay. Let's just do that. There we go. Don't know how much wire is needed, but I should be able to connect that to that. Oh, maybe I should read the hints. Alright, hold 0 to select which resource. Okay, so this is going to expand as I learn new things. That'll mark those two over there. One far away over there. Power generators, and most leaves only have a single power line connection. No power. So it needs that much. And, well, we don't have any. So if I do that, okay, then we're producing 1 megawatt. We're consuming 0.1. But it looks like it is a constant consumption. Okay, then that's production. And the capacity is 20. And that does 30 per minute. Okay. But I'm going to have to, of course, find something better than just burning wood and plants. So, again, this is kind of why I do a lot of the beginning stuff on my own, because it doesn't consume power. So I'll just craft up the copper that I have in my inventory, and I'll grab the iron from the smelter. Because I'm guessing it's done. Yeah. Well, it got 24 before it was done. I guess that's okay. Alright, I already have it listed up top there. So go ahead and make 20 wires. And then 20 of these. And 20 plates. which means I need 60 iron, I guess. Because every 3 makes 2. So, we'll get this started. And once I have a better fuel source, then I'll start using the power a little bit more. For now, I don't want to just burn through all the foliage just because I don't know how much I'm going to be needing. Because I do know that there are better better fuels. Alright, so those can all go in. Upgrade the hub again. New buildings, new parts, new scannables.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Scanner Feature Limestone. New buildings and recipes, which can be found in the Build menu and Craft bench respectively. 8th objective, complete hub upgrade 4. Note, use power poles to expand the power network for optimal results.
Alright. Got an orange screen. Got some sort of computer stuff going on over here. Hey, look, moose. Oh, we've got solitaire going on over here. I guess sometimes you just need to pass the time. We've got a whole list of things going on there. And a lot of empty over here. Looks like something should go here. But then we've got our... I'm guessing this is a kitchen, so fridge. Sink, kind of, without a faucet. And beds. Can I... No. I was wondering if I could use the beds to pass the time. Alright, so power poles can be used to connect multiple buildings to the same power grid. Buildings like the constructor require a recipe to be selected and power to function. Same with that. Data on recipes and buildings can always be accessed in the codex, which is opened by pressing O. So, in here. Okay. So you can make power poles, power lines, can make a constructor. Still can't mine anything though. Like we've got the basic miner, but to put everything together, we need... Now we get conveyors. It seems really odd. Like, sure, we get all these abilities to... I could swear that one of the first things that you got was the ability to have a mining machine placed on these things. I guess they decided that the portable miners needed more of a spotlight. Oh, hey, look, a ladder. What does this do for me? I don't know. Maybe a... See what's going on? Alright. And still just the portable miner in here. Okay. So, this next one is giving me conveyor poles. conveyor belts and more inventory. So we need cables, we need iron plates, we need concrete. Well, I know where concrete is. Or limestone, I should say. You know what? If I'm going to be going to get the limestone, I might as well get a portable miner for it as well. Alright, so there's 2 plates. There's 4 rods. And I can't see through that anymore. I don't know, I kind of liked being able to see out there. Oh well. Build one of these. And we'll bring it over here. I think this guy's just going to wander around for a while. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. Okay, so up here, go ahead and pick out some of this limestone. Oh, got quite a bit to go. There we go. And we'll drop that there. Alright, so we got some limestone. We've got a miner on the limestone. So we've got our 3, I assume, basic minerals or materials being mined. Granted, these 2, you know, maybe I should pick some of it up because I'm going to need a lot of it. Grab all of that. Go over here and grab all of the copper over here because I'm going to need to make wires from it. There we go, grab all. And I could place multiple ones, but I don't need multiple ones. And I know they want me to start the automation here, but again, like, seems to me like some of this isn't quite worth it. Like, okay, maybe I'll use a little bit, but it's like 12 pieces of wood, run it for 1 minute. And in 1 minute, I only get 30 pieces. So, you know, the amount of effort that it takes to get the fuel for it, I might as well just be smelting this on my own, you know? Alright, so first iron plates. We need 75 of these. And, alright, so I guess it's telling me right there how many I can make with them. So I've got 26. So I need another, well, 50, I guess. So we'll just keep doing this until the iron plates read 50. So we're halfway there. 60% there. And I know that this first bit might be a little bit slow just because there is no automation or not much automation, especially with me playing, you know? But one more. There we go. Like, obviously, this isn't the intended way to do things. I hear a lot of animal noises in the background again. I don't, like, again, I don't think I need to worry about it because, like, that one there is just passive. But, you know, oh, it's probably that guy. I forgot that he was just sitting around. Alright, so now I can make some cables, or some wire. Need a lot more copper, though. Maybe that's enough. Need 20 cables. There we go. 20 cables coming up. And 10 concrete, which can be made directly from the limestone. There we go. Interesting. Did I already have 5 in here? I don't know. Anyway, it's done. New buildings and
Congratulations, you have unlocked building, conveyor belts and poles.
Yep.
Inventory, additional slots.
Wonderful.
Ninth objective, complete hub upgrade 5. Note, portable miners cannot be connected to conveyor belts. Advice, when planning the construction of buildings, note the placement of conveyor belts.
I kind of figured the miners can't be connected. That's why I haven't bothered to. Alright, hub upgrade 5, what do we get? Miner Mark 1, that's what I've been waiting for. Storage, inventory slots. Alright. This'll be where I start placing things down. However, I think I'm going to need more iron again. So, you know, might as well grab it from over here. 50 wires. How much copper do I have? I think I still have quite a bit. 85, that should be enough for 50 wires, I hope. So we'll just do this. And, you know, another reason why I'm doing it this way is the amount of time that I could spend setting up the automation for this right now would then be wasted as soon as I get this upgrade and start setting things up for an actual production line. Unless I knew exactly where to put things, which until I have the buildings that I need, I don't really know where I want things to be placed. So, okay, iron rods. We'll get this started. Looks like I'm gonna need to go back to grab some more concrete as well, which is fine. And our inventory is slowly expanding. Alright, so we'll start with the cables. Alright, we can do 40 wires. See how far that goes for cables. Okay, so cables each require 2 wires. Got it. So I need 60 wires to complete this. Now, when I started, it did give me the option to jump ahead to tier 1, which I probably should have done, but I didn't know what I'd be skipping. So I wanted to start from the beginning, see what see what there was to do. But in the future, if I have to start from the beginning again, I will start from tier 1, because this is all just I guess busy work until I get a production up and going. I need limestone. So the limestone is up there. I don't know, like this seems like it's very off on its own, I guess. Like there's enough room up here for a couple of buildings. So I think what I may do is, when I have it producing, as long as I don't need limestone for anything and I just need concrete, I will just have it all produced up here. Like maybe have the miner facing that way so that it comes out here, hooks into a crafter, and then maybe... Oh, I'm facing the wrong way. Okay, so that's my production area. So I have it facing that way, have it loop around, maybe craft there, or craft here, and then send it all down that way. Like maybe make a big storage here and a conveyor that goes down there for whatever it's needed for. But I don't know. For all I remember, being needed for is just for what's the word I'm looking for? Just well, you build buildings on foundation. So that's all I remember concrete being needed for when I last played. So if it is needed for more things, then I will modify it once that comes up. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to have a bin of storage over there and just build things as needed. Alright, we're gonna get ourselves 20 concrete. There we go. now I should be able to just toss it all in there and upgrade. Now I recall...
Congratulations, you have unlocked Building Miner Mark 1. Building Storage Container. Hub feature Additional Biomass Burner.
Excellent.
10th objective, complete hub upgrade 6. Note, there are no notes.
Wonderful. I remember there being like some sort of delivery robot thing over here. Or drone, I guess. Alright, so now we have 2 of these. Which... I don't know. I may connect one to the other and then connect that out. Or maybe they could just be 2 separate power sources. Alright, so we can now make Miner Mark 1, which requires a mining thing. So, good to know. And 10 concrete. How much concrete can we make? We can make 20. So let's go ahead and make 20 of this. Alright, nope. Add to-do list. So. Gonna make some iron plates first. Which we need ingots first, I suppose. So we need 10 plates. There we go. I'm going to take this, and we're going to go all the way up here. Because to get more of these, I'm going to need more concrete. And I need at least 3 of these built to begin with. Now, I don't know, again, the ratios or anything. I know that each of these are pure nodes, so I will get the most per second out of them. Oh, that was weird. Alright, grab all and pick it up. Now, we've got enough that we can build a miner. And it looks like it's going to be placed something like that. Although it seems like it's fairly high up. Not the greatest. But what are you going to do? Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can... Let me see if I can make that a little bit better. Does it lower down? Not really. Like there it does. So maybe this way? Alright. Seems to want to fit like that the best. And until we need otherwise, that's how it's going to be. Alright, so I don't think we need a smelter. I think we need a constructor. Because a smelter isn't going to smelt it into anything. Um, but I did forget, like, wires and such. I was just thinking of coming up here and grabbing the 100 concrete that was already here. So, I'll figure out the wiring in a moment. Next, we're going over this way. No, we need more iron plates. I didn't grab enough for everything. So, 100 ingots should be enough for everything. And if I just pick up the miner, it does also pick up the ore. Wonderful. I don't just lose it. So we're going to need 2 more of these. Just picking that up so I have something to gauge things by. Alright, there's that. We've got 1 miner. We will have a second. We just need 20 plates. And how am I going to organize this? I don't know yet. Obviously, the copper is going to be off on the edge. And again, I'm only going to build it up. I don't know what is going to be needed in the future. So, for the moment, my knowledge extends to copper is needed for wires, wires are needed for cable, and that's that. And I'll have a storage for wires and a storage for cables. So if I need any of it in the future, I can just pick it out. And of course, maybe I also need copper for other specific things. But until that comes up, I'm just going to stick with the basics. Now, over here, it seems likely that, again, if over there is where I'm going to be building things, then I'll probably want this to deliver things that way. So pick this up. And need a miner Mark 1 to face something like that. It's kind of on the ground. 120 copper per minute. All right. So this needs 5 megawatts every half second. All right, so sorry for being picky. I want this to be facing a little more to the left. I forgot I can do this. So if I lock it like that, it is facing this way. Yeah, that's how I want it. Okay, now it will go along this way. Yeah, I like how that's facing. Now over here, we have 3 places I can start getting iron. So copper is probably going to be coming in through here. That's going to be coming in through a little bit further over here. Iron could start here and work this way, perhaps. because over here, because there are two things of iron, and I assume eventually, oh, hello, there are three things of iron? Yeah. Okay, so three things of iron. Eventually, all of this production is going to go that direction. So if that's the case, maybe I want to start here and have it go that way so that if it needs to be combined with copper or limestone, it can just go in fluidically, like from here that way, or, combining over here rather than going over there and then having these two come all the way over to there to meet up with it. Kind of like that better, at least for now. Okay, so build another miner. We'll have it face like that for now. And there we go. Now each of these require 5 megawatts. So we're currently at 15, and I think these things only produce 20. Is that right? 20 megawatts. Yeah. Nope, can't connect them like that? Okay. Alright, so do a power pole, which looks like we need concrete. Maybe I'll just craft all of this up real quick. That way I'm not having 2 stacks in my inventory. There we go. Alright, and maybe some copper. They already have cables. Oh, we already have some wire. Okay. Now, I'm going to put a power pole, I don't know, right here. We're going to take the power lines and connect them to the power pole, because we're going to be needing all 40 of this. In fact, to begin with, I might just make a few. We need smelters first of all. 2 smelters and 1 constructor. That's going to be 12. 12 to start out with. That's going to be most of the power. Alright, so smelters. Need some wire and iron rods. Pretty simple. That's plenty of wire. And iron rods are going to be this. Should be enough. There we go. Oh, and conveyors. Logistics. Mark 1. Gonna need plates. So we're gonna need lots of those. And it seems like in this, compared to um, Dyson Sphere, you actually don't make the conveyor belts in advance. You just make the parts into conveyors. Which I'm not sure which I like better. Um, Either one is pretty good, I think. I don't know how many iron plates I'm going to need, but we'll start off with whatever we've got right here. Good 30 some. Almost 40. Good enough. Kind of wish the scroll wheel would move between the 1 through 4 down there, but whatever. We're fine. Alright, so first off, we're going to build a smelter. Snap to guidelines. Okay, so that will line it up. So I could do something like that. Then I can place a conveyor from there to there. Did look like I was using more than just plates for the conveyor, though. Because I needed a conveyor pole as well. So I'll need concrete and iron bars. Maybe? Maybe not. Doesn't look like it made one of those. Alright, so we're going to make iron ingots with this. And then I didn't think about storage containers. For now, we'll just have it there. Power. Power line. So I can connect there. Can it connect all the way over here? It might not. I'm short on power line. Wire's too long. There we go. Now we're out of cable. Okay. Well, let's go make some more cables. That almost sounded like an engine trying to start, just a but whatever. Okay. More cables. We're hooking this up slowly but surely. Now, probably going to need a lot more cables. to get to this other one. In fact, we need wires, it seems. Not just cable, but wires as well. So, back over here, we do have plenty of copper. We do have some concrete left as well, so we're still good there. Now again, I have no idea how much this is going to need. So I'll start with 50 wires and some cable. You know what? Let's just make all this into cable and we'll make some more wires. Hopefully that'll be enough. 30 wires should do the trick. I'm just trying to set up basic infrastructure at this point, you know. Um, I know I could just continue on and do what I have been doing, likely, and just make all of this stuff down at the bottom and move on. But I want to get a little bit of basics down now that I can. All right, so this allows me to turn things into biomass, which I suppose burns better. A biomass burner burns various forms of biomass to generate electricity for the power grid. Has no input and must therefore be fed biomass manually. Okay, so this is if I need more than just the two that I have. And we get a space elevator as well. So, might as well select that since I'm here. Then we'll head over this way. Something I kind of want to do is do a power line from there up to there. That way from there, it can go across to there, I hope. And over to here. Excellent. Although, as good as that is, I think I need it to stop somewhere else first. So I think I need it to like come down here. And yes, power line's going to go through the rock. Sorry. Okay, so from this, I then need a smelter, which I don't have enough bars for because didn't take that into consideration when building everything. I just built as many as I needed and then used a bunch on these power poles. So there we go. Let's get some more of these iron things going. All right. And more of these. build them all because we can. There we go. There's the background monster noises. Or I suppose it's not necessarily background. It might only be sounding off when it's nearby. All right, smelter. Turn it around and line it up like so. Interesting. I doubt that would work. Let's do that. And should that work? That does work. Wonderful. We'll connect that up there. And now for this one up here. Oh. Getting stuck on the terrain. Alright, first things first. Can I make it from there to there? Too steep. Looks like I can, but I might need a better angle at it. That looks awfully close. Could just be because there's like no atmosphere to make it look like it's in the distance, but that looks very close. All right, so somewhere over here is my target, right there. And then wire is too long. I saw it green right there. Wonderful. Just barely long enough. All right, we hook that up there. This will, going to assume, require a constructor, which needs those kind of plates. So, I'm gonna have to go down and get some more. But, for the moment at least, everything is hooked up to the grid, except for the one building, which I don't even know if I need yet. So we'll get a few things started. All right, we have, let me store all, should stack everything. So we'll take that. Flower petals used for crafting. Gonna see if I can burn the flower petals first. There we go. All right, so we are producing 40. We're consuming 15. If that's the case, I might not need that. Ah. No, I will need it, but for the most part, consuming 19 out of the, or we need 23 and we have 19. So that might just be making it slower, but we're making full use of everything without anything going to waste. So that is producing iron, smelting it, producing copper, smelting it, producing limestone. So, back over here, we'll take everything again. We'll store that back in there. And we will continue to do this by hand as well. But in the background, we're doing all the other stuff as in addition to this. Now, hopefully, once the limestone mining building has gotten 100 limestone, it will stop and stop asking for power. So hopefully that will put us back under the power grid limit. Alright, so I'm going to need 100 wires here. And a whole lot of iron. So, we'll get the wires first, and that'll give the smelter a little bit of time to make some more iron. There we go. And I'm just going to go under the assumption that the miner is actually mining more than it's using at the moment, since it's a pure node and produces more or better iron to be used. All right, so let's throw that in there. It'll run over here and grab the limestone, which looks like it has stopped because it's full. So we should be all good up here. And yes, we will get the crafter up here as well. But not just yet. Alright, it looks like this is done. Does that mean this is full as well? Yes, indeed it is. And we've got the stuff on the conveyor belt, which I can pick up off the conveyor belt. Cool. And yes, there's a lot of foliage around here that I can use for pie. Off you go. Alright, how much concrete do I need? More than this. Okay. Well, with what I had on hand, I might have enough. Excellent. Toss that in there. Now we just need plates and rods. So, I'll make the rods first, since it looks like I have a bunch of spares. try not to be wasteful. That can come later. There we go. And the plates. Again, we have a lot of them already. I don't think this is going to be enough. Not quite. All right. Gotta go get more. There we go. Now I see kind of a slow animation of that over there. At least when I was back a ways, it looked like it was animating slowly. Maybe not anymore. Maybe it's done. I don't know. Alright, just a couple more plates over here and we will be done. Alright. Upgrade the hub yet again.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Building Space Elevator, Building Biomass Burner, Heart, Biomass. Motivational message, congratulations, you succeeded in every provided task. On behalf of Fixit Incorporated, I thank you for your current and future service. Additional knowledge, the hub terminal has been converted to give access to milestones there to ensure you progress along Fixit-approved protocols.
Wonderful.
Note, future developments should be aimed at constructing the space elevator and, as such, initiating project assembly.
All right.
Good luck.
Okay, so well, that appeared out of nowhere. I mean, I'm not sure why it was looking like that, but this is kind of what I remember. I don't know if it was that large, but I guess that's how it is. I now can make biomass out of leaves and wood. So if I take this, all right. Now, does it tell me anything about it? Like, I assume it's better for fuel than either wood or leaves. Get ups and downs in our power. Okay. Gonna go ahead and toss the rest of the pedals in there since I can't use them. And then we'll just stick the biomass away for now until I need more power. All right, so tier 1. Oh, okay. tier 0 is now invisible. Basically, I can barely see it. So we have tier 1 and tier 2. It's interesting that we have access to both of them. So tier 1 buildings, we can get a lookout, we can get foundations, which will probably be handy. Logistics, get splitters and mergers, lifts, and I can look at efficiency, field research, and get a map. Wonderful. Molecular analysis machine to research stuff that I find. Object scanner. The ability to build storage boxes, I'm guessing. Beacons, those are probably going to be useful. Extra equipment slot. More inventory. And I'm going to guess that I should probably progress through the tier 1 before doing tier 2. Part assembly, so we can start assembling things like copper sheets. Okay, so we will need copper for more than just wire. Rotors, modular frame, smart plating. Got it. Obstacle clearing and chainsaw. Ooh, and better biofuel. Okay. That might not be a bad one to get first, actually. Because we can produce all of this right now. Jump pad. Speed dampening jelly guarantees a safe landing. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if I'll use it. Awesome sink. Got excess resources, fear not. Does not waste. The newly developed Awesome Sync turns any useful parts straight into research data as fast as you can supply it. Participating pioneers will be compensated with coupons to be spent at the Awesome Shop, which is something I also unlocked in this. Redeem coupons here. For those going through the extra kilometer, we have set aside a special bonus milestone reward. Get your coupons. No refunds possible. Okay, so we are able to buy things. Probably cosmetics, I'm guessing. Color cartridge. Patterns can be purchased in the Awesome Shop. Okay. Build gun upgrade. Customizer. From here, you have access to the color selection as well as material and pattern options purchased at the Awesome Shop. Yeah, definitely sounds like just be able to customize things. So I'm guessing you're not always looking at orange stuff. Mark II conveyor belts is also here. Complete space elevator phase 1. And over here, oh, craft bench. Cool. Okay, I can make multiple craft benches now. So that might not be a bad thing to, place like over there by the copper, so then I'll have multiple of these benches to be able to craft stuff at if I need to. Still just those 3 basic stuff. Space elevator, we need a lot of materials. So that might not happen quite yet. Biomass burner, so we can start powering more things. And I should get storage containers up and running too. Alright, I think everything is on pause because No, we're still... How much is left? A lot. Is it actually burning through it, though? Yes, it is. Okay. Maybe not at full speed. Let me clear these things out and see if that actually changes the speed that it burns stuff at. Alright, so over here we have this running as well. Oops. Or not. Maybe I should have set it to actually produce copper ingots. Oh well. Now we've got two of them running simultaneously. Which of course means that... Oh yeah, it's going much faster at this point. Alright, so... plates and rods to build that thing. Let's go and get some of that. That. Then we'll come over here. And put up a craft bench. Just right off to the side here, I guess. Just to be sure. That's where I built that stuff. Okay. And you know what? Let's go up here and build one as well. You never know. You might need it up here. If nothing else, it'll just stay up here and be out of the way. So just a bit of a craft bench there. Then up here we also need a constructor, which requires those better plates, which doesn't look like I craft on my own, so I would need to craft them in an assembly, I'm guessing. Oh, hold on. How am I supposed to craft the better plates? Reinforced iron plates. Produced in assembler, craft bench. Just to be sure, this is a craft bench. Here we are. Plates and screws. Okay. And screws are made from rods. There we go. Two plates. Wonderful. kind of want it to be like that. And then we can get something like this. Need plates though. We'll get it. Is that enough? Yes. And then in here, say make concrete. And, you know, maybe even provide power for it. What am I missing? I don't know. That seems to work. Then from there, we put it in storage. So we're missing iron rods. There we go. So if it's going to be going down there, facing like this, should be good enough. We're missing missing more plates. Well, it's a good thing I built this up here then. Conveyor. Okay. Now we are filling this up with concrete. Wonderful. We'll just let that run. How is my current concrete supply, though? None. Okay. So maybe just grab the limestone for now. Let it work on that. Eventually that'll be full. And we'll have what we need from it. Meantime, we've got a few things we need to build. So let's set an objective first before I do anything else, so I know what I am working towards. And I think one of the tier 2 ones seems like a really good one to do first. Like obstacle clearing. So that'll give me better biofuel, it'll give me a chainsaw and more inventory. And it doesn't seem to cost too much at all. So, let's grab some iron from over here. I should, for the time being, maybe I should just put everything into a storage container. Which is going to need more plates. Just make them all into plates because we'll also need a conveyor. You know what? Probably going to need those too. Okay, so we turn it that way, we line it up like that. Put it down. That'll get that going at least. We'll get a storage of iron started up. That way this will be always working. And then we'll turn those into screws over there as we need. We will need more concrete. The amount that I picked up is enough for a third of what I need. So how much in this small amount of time we have? We have quite a bit, actually. That'll be all I need for now. Then how about for copper? Still have 36 copper. Well, we'll go over here. Do I have enough for a craft bench? I do, I think. Well, we'll find out in a moment. By going over here and trying to build one and finding out that I don't. Alright, craft bench. Missing rods. There we are. And now I run back to get some rods. There we go. And back over to the copper. It's going to be a lot of running around. I'm sorry. Alright, craft bench. Place it right over here. What are we doing with this now? I've completely forgot. Alright, we're making copper. I guess building a storage. Missing 10 plates. Okay. And it's always facing the wrong way, it seems. Nope, no more plates because I just used them all on storage. There we go. Let's try this then. Whoops. Alright. I guess that has overloaded my power grid. So it seems like I don't have enough to run all of that, and all of that at the same time. In that case, let's have a look. I guess that means that I now need to um, divide it up now. Get both of these running at once. There we go. Interesting. Like, once it starts, it seems like we're okay because everything gets off sync. But when you start it up, it looks like it tries to activate everything at once. Okay. So, make some more iron rods. Make some more copper ingots to get the ore out of my inventory. Finally. And we'll start crafting this up and getting the upgrades ready. Alright, so need 100 cables. Not sure if I'll quite reach that. At this point, we're close enough to having everything I need for the objective. I'm not gonna worry about getting the power back on once it goes down because it's almost out of fuel. I'm gonna wait until I can make better biofuel. Actually, I didn't really think about it. I hope I can take biofuel and upgrade it to the better biofuel. Alright, we need more iron, more copper. Luckily, we've started to store it. We can't be that bad for the environment. So animals are still around. Is 100 going to be enough? I don't know. Take 120. Granted, I'm guessing that a lot of the animals will always be around. Because if they provide resources I need, then it's likely that they will either respawn or appear in different areas. Alright, so we got 100 of each. Should be enough for 100 wires. Hopefully enough for 500 screws. But we'll see. Alright, so we'll make wire until we have enough for 100 cable. Seems like one per craft. So we should have enough. And then craft the cable. Very quickly, it seems. Although, I suppose this is as quick as it can be. I don't know if there is any, like, times 0.5 or something like that. I guess at that point, instead of 0.5, it'd be a times 2 for the number of items. Now we'll make iron rods until we have enough for 500 screws. Which it looks like it's 4 per craft, so we should have enough. There we go. Perfect. Oh, but these do take a while to craft, it seems. I don't recall them needing this much crafting, but maybe uh, they rebalance things to make it so that you prefer to automate them. I don't know. I Satisfactory definitely seems like a kind of game that doesn't want you to be crafting things by hand. At least from my earlier experience. So, like, a lot of the basic stuff, sure, you could craft by hand, but then you need the anything above the basic stuff has to be automated, which I suppose is kind of the hallmark of any industry game. So, I mean, Dyson Sphere kind of follows the same thing. The basic stuff you can craft on your own, but the majority of things just needs to be in an industry loop. All right, there we go. Throw all that. Ooh, big red button. Suppose that's for this thing.
Milestone reached. Biofuel will ensure maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, you are now capable of removing foliage that consists primarily of wood. Additionally, R&D inflated your pocket dimension.
Pocket dimension, huh? I don't know why that disappears as it goes. Maybe I placed this wrong and, like, it's disappearing because it's clipping into that tree? I'm gonna get a chainsaw here in a moment, so trees are gonna be coming down. Chainsaw. What do I need for a chainsaw? Reinforced plates, bunch of screws, iron rods, and cable. Alright, well, actually, gotta remember I can do that. So we'll get 2 cable. There we go. Plenty of iron rods. But first we'll need 160 screws. So we'll do this first and then rebuild however many iron rods we need. Which looks like it's probably going to be 25. Which we don't have enough for. But you know, if it wasn't doing this, what else would I be doing? I'd be thinking about infrastructure. So, you know, I am going to be busy no matter what I'm doing. Right. Gonna need more screws, it seems. But we need more iron overall. So back to storage we go. And it looks like there's vehicles. I can't remember if there were vehicles back when I last played. I never got to the point of having a vehicle. So, oh, the stealth delivery drone is back. But I never got to the point where I could make vehicles.
Milestone exchange concluded. Fix-it freighter re-entry complete.
Wonderful. All right. So get the 5 plates. We get the screws that we need, and then we refill the iron rods. There we go. And this will give us a chainsaw. Oh, also, solid biofuel. What do we need for that? Biomass. Okay. So we just take biomass and we craft it into solid biofuel. For quite a bit of energy, it seems. But still. Does it tell us how well it burns? Production rate. It's not what I want. I guess not. I'm just gonna assume that it is either more efficient or just compacts it more so that more can fit in the burner at one time, so it will last longer. I'm just going to assume that it is an upgrade to what is currently being done. Actually, I suppose I could check it out too. So once I get done converting all of this, I'm going to go over to the biomass burners and compare. I think it's like 12 leaves per minute. Is the basic. So then I don't know what the conversion is, but I'll check in a moment. Alright, so 8 biomass gives you 4 solid biofuel. So 2 to 1. Leaves we turn into biomass 10 to 5. So again, 2 to 1. So if I grab the leaves and toss them in here, that burns 80 per minute. This burns 6 per minute, 6 2/3. So obviously that's a really good difference. This would have to be 40 per minute to be as bad. Okay. So the other thing was 6 per minute. Can I... Nope, that's not what I wanted. I guess we'll just split it for now. Put that in, and that's 2.6 per minute. this is 6.6. So if we ignore the 0.67, so 6 of these would equal 1 of these. Or, I'm sorry, 2. No? Math is not working for me for a moment. Okay, so this is 2 per minute. I'm ignoring the 0.67 for the moment. Biomass is 6 per minute. 2 biomass equals 1 biofuel. So we're getting a little bit of a benefit. Not nearly as much as previously, but so solid biofuel is better, but only by like a 50% better. All right, we make a chainsaw. We have a chainsaw. Equip a chainsaw. All right. Ah, it also needs fuel. So let's grab some of this fuel. And convert it. This conversion kind of hurts though. Like this is the one that you'd want to put in automation, just so that you wouldn't spend all your time doing this. All right. So there we go. Now, here's a tree. That does an area. Can I just... Okay. Interesting. Oh, and it removed the trees. Okay. So if I go over to this tree right here, which seems to be in the middle of everything. All right. Well then. That was a quick way to get a bunch of biofuel. Not going to have to worry about power at this point. Lots of wood. Not so much leaves. So we'll just convert this, at least into biomass for the time being. Ah, I see. Ran out of wood. Got it. And this is a lot to convert for the moment, so I'm only going to do a little bit and then store the rest away until I need more. So we'll probably do the rest of this stack of biomass, so that we only have 3 stacks of biomass left, and we'll just throw the rest of the fuel in and get it uh, producing power. There we go. So that can go there. We'll come over here. And send half of it there, half of it there. The rest we can put into storage. Okay, power's good for now. I think, let me just double check. So mass that it consumes is 27. I can produce 40 at the moment, so we have enough for another 13. So another uh, three buildings, I believe, since they're like 4 apiece, 5 apiece. All right, so we're mining it, we're smelting it. Now we need to construct it. So, I guess first thing we want to do is, okay, to make reinforced iron plates, we need iron plates and screws. Make screws, we need rods. So, well, let's just go over to our menu of things. So we're going to need 1, 2, 3, at least 4 constructors to produce everything. Now, rods can be turned directly into screws, but I still want a storage in between. I like having a buffer so that at any point I can just go to a storage and collect whatever I need, rather than, you know, doing things otherwise. So, this is a pretty big storage. It takes up a lot of space. And I realize that this is making 30 per minute, but this is gathering 120 per minute. So I could be having 4 of those just to make iron, but that's going to cap out my energy production. And yes, once again, I know I can make more burners, but I also have to consider that, you know, I don't know how long I'm going to be reliant on biofuel. So, sure, I can make more biofuel burners, but I'm going to devastate the plant life in the area to do so. And eventually, you know, I'm going to have to get all of that up there, all of that up there, and the more I burn, the farther away I'm going to have to go to get more fuel. So, you know, it might not be the best thing to do. Because at the moment, like, okay, I'm burning 3 per minute. I'm rounding up. I don't know why it's a 2.67. That seems really odd to me. Um, but, I mean, so 3 per minute. That's, a half hour I have right here. That's barely going to be enough for me finishing the stream at this point in time. Um, and that was, well, I do still have more biomass in there, but that was pretty much all the trees there and all the trees there. So that's quite the area that is only going to last for the next half hour. Um, so what I need to do is, I think I'm gonna have to get a higher tier. I assume because there's nothing else in here for fuel. So this is what I'm going to rely on for a while. Now, foundations are probably good to keep things all on a flat surface. You know what? Um, Maybe I should just work on these milestones first. Or space elevator. I think the space elevator will unlock more tiers. Um, but I don't know. Space elevator does cost a lot of resources. But at this point, I probably have most of it anyway. Now, iron's gonna be a bit iffy, but I probably have a good amount of the concrete, and it's a 2-for-1 for the wire, so I probably have a decent amount of copper as well. Um, but if I recall, it is a really big thing. So I think before I do that, I need foundations to build it on. So let me go ahead and do this one first. Yeah, we have quite a bit there. Alright, so every 300 is 200, so every 150 is that. Then that should be enough of that. Then we need 200 from this up here. And I'm gonna do something here in a moment. I'm gonna make it a little easier for me to get up here. Oh, this stacks quite a lot in one pile. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a conveyor down there. Not really for delivery. Well, maybe I should. Maybe I should put the storage down there. So this just all brings it down there for it to be closer. I'll think on it. But again, I could probably use more constructors to get more of it built at one time. But that's for when I have a lot more power production. You know, I think coal is a thing in this, as is oil. So there are probably better power options uh, soonish. Not right now, but soonish. All right, what am I? I am. I already have the concrete made, so I can turn that in. Now I just need plates and rods. So we'll build these, we'll turn them in, we will get our foundation. And then we'll work toward the elevator, sky elevator, the whatever it's called, the delivery system that we're supposed to be building. All right, so this will bring me up to that. We're all good there, and we still have enough for 100 iron rods. Wonderful. Gonna just go ahead and turn it all into rods, just because there's only two difference. Inventory's gonna get filled up as I go. I know. I'll try to keep it. Uh, hello. Sorry. Just noticed you here. Did you know if you press N, type in the mathematical equation, it will help with math in this game? I did not know that. So, N? Okay. I will keep that in mind and play around with that. I did not know that. Has that always been in the game? Also, hello. Sorry. So, so yeah, if I do 15 divided by 3. Okay, cool. Oh, hold on. Ah, but it's also a search function, so okay. I will try to keep that in mind. Um, just learned about it within the last month. Okay, cool. Well, thank you for the information. Um, I will try to remember it when I'm trying to do equations and trying to figure out uh, how much I need of things. Um, I have no idea if that was.
Milestone reached. You have unlocked several structures aimed to provide the first needed to build basic factory infrastructure and improved overview. Building these will provide a grid for more advanced organizing and sectioning of your factory.
Have I played the game before? Yes and no. I played it a really long time ago. So like when it first came out, um, I think like if I look at this, if I go to the milestone, I think tier 4 might have been the highest that was available when I last played, or at least last played a lot of this. Um, the last I remember playing was the game introduced oil, and I started playing. Never got to the point of getting oil, but I played it again at that point. Got a little bit done, They have added and changed so much that, and that is the exact reason why I'm playing again, is because everything has changed. There's all new things. Um, I don't like things look different. Like there looks like there's a bunch more foliage. I do not remember these trees with the little glowing lights in them. I don't know why the drone is invisible. I'm assuming that's a glitch. Um, I don't remember if the map has always been this large, but like, okay, when I played before, I have played in this location. I set up things because I liked that there were a bunch of iron, a couple of copper, and um, limestone all in one place. So I could just have a little setup and play around with things. But I also remember, like, if I come up here, um, like, I think this pillar was the edge of the map. So you could only go a little bit further north before there was nothing. Now it looks like there is a lot more to explore to the north, um, and possibly in other directions as well. I don't know if um, the map has always been the same. I know that there's four starting locations, but I always assumed that each one was a separate map in its own. I have no idea if it's always been connected. I've seen it on a couple of other videos. Okay, cool. So I am excited to find out what all is new in the game. Um, the first couple of sessions are probably going to be a little boring just because it is the standard primary setup. Uh, I don't necessarily play these games the way most uh, production games are supposed to be played. So, like, I kind of do a little bit of manual production in addition to automation. Um, like right now, I could build a bunch of power generation, but I know that's going to use a lot of biomass, and it's not so much that I care about the trees and plants in the area. It's more along the lines of if I use too much biomass at once, it means I'm going to have to go wandering out further to get the biomass I need to keep the production up. So, for the time being, I'm going to keep um, myself limited to the two, maybe a third um, thing to produce um, energy, and outwork with a little bit of a small um, industry until I get some of the other sources of fuel. There's now world grid. So when you place a foundation, hold control and it will attach to the world grid. Then if you ever have to connect all your factory spaces, they will line up. Awesome. Okay. Uh, Definitely something that I will try to keep in mind. Um, I haven't used Foundation too much in the past. I think the extent to the Foundation that I used was for the space elevator because it's such a large thing. And why is it all green here all of a sudden? I don't have to worry about environmental hazards, do I? I'll try to, I assume, try not to give up too much. Um, you know, uh, just tips like what you've said so far, I am perfectly fine with. Um, as long as you only toxic waste and uranium. Wonderful. Okay. Well, uh, that'll be exciting when I get to that. Um, but yeah, for the time being, my industry is going to be fairly small, probably a little slower than what it could be. Like, I'm producing with one thing right here, so I'm only producing 30 ingots a minute. Whereas I know that I can mine 120, so I could technically have four of these machines running at once to make use of all that iron. You do you? Well, thank you. I will certainly try to. As long as it's entertaining, you know. Um, I'm not going to guarantee. Oh, hello. Uh, I'm not going to guarantee that I will make it all the way through. Um, I will try, but you know, if it gets to be a little too monotonous, or like some of the objectives say need 10,000 of something and I'm only producing 1,000 per hour, maybe maybe I'll consider um, at that point, but we'll see. I will try to be playing this as long as I possibly can. Um, and as long as I'm enjoying it, you know. Um, Other than that, you know, I know. Let's see, what do I know about in this game? So I know about slugs a little bit. There's like one up there that I've left there until the game tells me about it, um, which I can turn into things that will help with the production speed of things. Um, I know that there's coal. I know that there's oil. I don't know what to do with the oil yet, but I know that it exists. Um, I know there's multiple tiers of conveyor belts. Uh, I know that minerals are scattered all over the place, so I'm going to have long conveyor belts running from here and there. Some things like that. Some friends and I are doing a challenge. We cannot manually craft anything that can be automated. Wow. Um, I certainly wouldn't mind something like that, but again, I know that would take time. Are you at least starting at tier one? Are you starting from scratch? Like, uh, you have to upgrade all of this before you get to tier one, um, and such like that. Because I mean, it sounds fun, but I also know that it start from scratch. Okay, I also know that that's going to take a lot of time. And if I had realized how little I was going to get done starting from scratch as it is, I probably should have started at the tier one, you know, um, basically where I'm at right now, except for these two things that I've got. So, you know, if you're having fun with that challenge, by all means, it sounds fun. But that'd be more for something that I would do off stream or, you know, in the future when I know more about the game. Went out looking for crash sites for some of the resources. Hey, that's actually a pretty good idea. Um, Speaking of crash sites, I remember that there is. You do it on stream and stuff. Okay, cool. Um, I noticed that there is something crashed down there. I don't know if crashes were something in the game when I last played. Um, I don't recall it, but maybe it was. Um, that is one. Okay, cool. I'll have to find a way down there at some point and have a look. Um, as it is now, I've just got, as you can see, just the basics. I'm smelting iron ingots. I am making concrete, and I'm smelting copper. That is the extent of what I am doing at the moment. I'm I'm taking those resources and manually crafting them, just because it's a little faster than trying to make all of the structures at once. It's a great place to start. I thought so. Um, like I'm only here because this is the place that I remember from my first playing it. I wandered across here, found four pure iron veins, two pure copper veins, and one pure uh, limestone. So I thought this was a fairly good one. Like, the drawback seems that there's just not much space to build. But with foundations, you know, I think I could say build off this way. At least I don't recall it needing support. So, like, I could build foundations off that way as far as I need to and just build my factory kind of floating in the air. Um, hey, that's where foundations come in handy. Exactly. Um, but like I said, I didn't really use too many foundations other than for the space elevator. Oh, hello, big guy coming through. I'll step back. Uh, but yeah, I'm thinking this time through, especially since I have so much area to the north of me now, I might just have my resources gathered here and a lot of my factory heading out that way. So, at least for the time being, that's my plan. We'll see if it sticks to that. Mr. Bean ID. Sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about there. What am I doing? I have no objective set. Hold on. Typo. Oh, no worries. Do that all the time. Hey, it's okay as long as, you don't mind me reading it and being confused. All right, what should I work towards next? Like, okay, I just got foundations, which I was then going to. It was supposed to be is. Okay. Mr. Bean is here. Okay. Um, is that this guy, Mr. Bean? That makes sense. I see a couple of things around. Like, as you may have noticed, there's this animal over here, the big round guy. Okay, yeah, he wanders through occasionally. I've got a bird that shows up every now and again. Um, I have animals set to passive unless I attack. So this guy's just going to wander around for a bit, um, and probably just be in the way now and again, until I attack, which I don't plan to unless I have to. And then there's the green bird there, and then there's like a red lizard that occasionally shows up. Last I saw, it was running off that direction, so maybe that'll show up as well. And then there's like a manta ray that flies through the sky. He kind of shows up every now and again, but I guess he's flying around all over the place. Other than that, still haven't set an objective. I think the space elevator is going to be my next objective, but seems like that is just something I build, so maybe just add to my to-do list. Been playing with round foundations. I don't know if I can make round foundations. Oh, mine are all square or rectangular. I assume square. Well, height-wise, I suppose they'd be rectangular. Not easy. Oh, are you like placing the foundations so that they make a circle? I guess. Hmm. See, what else can I make over here? Okay, so I've made the chainsaw. That's all good. I have to mess with the game mechanics. Ah, okay. I certainly don't plan to do that anytime soon. Uh, maybe maybe other games. You know, um, there's quite a few other games that I want to play. That I definitely want to play modded or you know change a few things about them. So you know things like that. RimWorld is one that comes to mind. Minecraft, I certainly would love to get into that, but uh, I don't really have too many ideas for it yet. Um, so that's on my docket to eventually play, but right now I've got a bunch of games already in my list of games that I already own and want to play again, that sort of thing. So at the moment, my schedule is fairly full with my current lineup. There are easy ways to do it, just takes a minute to learn and play vanilla on Satisfactory. Okay. I mean, that's true. Like, it, it's it's not necessarily difficult to learn how to do a thing like that. It's more about uh, learning while streaming, that sort of thing. Um, no, I do not have a Discord. I don't feel that I'm a large enough channel to need a Discord quite yet. And I know that, or at least I've been told, that it is sometimes difficult to keep a Discord in check or up to date or things like that. So I haven't bothered with uh, having a Discord yet. It is in my list of things to think about in the future, but for right now, I'm just one person, streaming when I can, and I haven't really. Uh, oh, there's the ray flying by. Ray's was just going to share some pics. You could check it out. Ah, gotcha. Um, but yeah, for the time being, I'm not gonna worry about a Discord. Maybe in the future, maybe if you know, have a couple of channels, but no one is ever on them. I understand how that is. I only have the one channel, but I'm streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So at best, or I suppose at worst, I have two chats to read from. One for magnet fishing, one for gaming chat. Okay, cool. Um, but yeah, um, for the most part, I just stream because I like to. At the moment, as much as I would love for this to take off, I don't think there's gonna be uh, as good of a time for it as there used to be. Like as bad as 2020 was, it certainly did uh, make the streaming business explode. You know, Everyone was bored out of their mind, I guess. And, you know, anytime I look at statistics for like streamers that I watch or streamers that I'm curious about, I always see that it's just a little bit of a low graph, and then suddenly 2020 hits and the graph just skyrockets for a lot of people. And that sort of thing isn't, at least I hope, will not happen again. Um, but at the same time, it means that, you know, uh, getting a stream off the ground is going to take a bit. Uh, Thank you for the follow. I certainly appreciate that. But yeah, and I don't know. For now, I'm just streaming to enjoy it, and you know, uh, if it takes off, it takes off. If not, then I will continue just streaming on Twitch and YouTube and putting my videos on YouTube for you to watch at any time. You know, um, but yeah, let's see here. I think I've been going for about 3 hours, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up for now. I don't want to go too long because in the past my voice kind of starts giving out if I go for too long. So I think I'm gonna call the stream here for the night. Uh, Tomorrow, coming back with what am I playing tomorrow? Um, Slime Rancher, I think is what it is. Again, it's another one of those games I played a little bit when it first came out. It's been a few years going back to it, seeing what's new, seeing what they added, and then in the case of Slime Rancher, continuing on to Slime Rancher 2 and seeing what's all new and fun about that. So, no worries. See you soon. Good night. All right. Well, you have a good night as well. Never played it? Well, feel free to stop by. Tomorrow I start, well, 3 hours earlier than now, so 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Whatever that may be for you, I suppose you can figure it out for yourself. But yeah, I'll stream for a few hours, 3 hours probably tomorrow. And if you miss it, like I said, I put my videos on YouTube. So Eastern Standard, cool. So, all right. Well, Michigan, cool. Uh, with that, I suppose I hope you enjoyed what you saw tonight. I definitely intend to continue this next week. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to y'all next time. Have a good night.